Crazy chases are typically something that is seen on camera, and we hardly ever get to see in real life. That's why it's even more exciting and spectacular when it actually does happen for once. Today we give you the 5 weirdest chases with the police. Number 5. Bullet. The cult thriller Bullet gave us one of the most spectacular and most questionable chase scenes in film history some time ago. That should work in real life too, these two men must have thought when they got into a crazy chase with the police in Los Angeles. The two alleged burglars sped over the freeway, but took a couple of short stops along the way. Clearly, they were having a lot of fun. Donuts, high fives on the sidewalk. The two didn't seem to really care what would happen after the stunt. Shortly before they were arrested unresistingly, the two even took a selfie with a couple of men who seemed to be their friends. And number 4. Underage at the wheel. In 2009, Preston Scarborough had a brilliant chase with the police. He just drove over several stop signs and didn't pay attention to any traffic regulations. But how could he have known? The driver of the car was only 7 years old. On his very first drive, he just took his dad's car out of pure curiosity. But at least he wasn't hurt, because the boy didn't collide with anyone or anything. In fact, he wasn't aware of his misbehavior as he waved to a fireman he drove past. Only when the sirens rang out behind him did the 7-year-old realize he had made a big mistake. He stopped the car and ran away, but of course, the police caught him, and luckily for Preston, he was still too young to be punished. Number 3. Bus tour. With this chase in the year of 1993, a simple car wasn't enough. Nope, the driver hijacked an entire bus. With it, Philippe Ataragasti-Ferrer drove across Los Angeles and kept the police on their toes, because they didn't catch him for 4.5 hours. He drove through several barriers and always at a high speed. When he finally crashed into a house, the chase was ended and the authorities arrested Philippe. Nearly there, number 2. Classy exit. In Westchester, New York, the motorway police had a very special chase, which they couldn't have expected. The police had their eye on the driver of a stretch limousine when he suddenly drove off and sped up to 95 miles per hour. The reason was his expired driver's license, and the driver really didn't want to get caught with it. Instead, he just drove off, and when his engine hood started to smoke like a chimney, he just turned his little vehicle and continued the chase backwards. Say what you will, but he really has his car under control. And number 1, O.J. Simpson. Probably the most famous chase of all time, can't be missing on this video. O.J. Simpson. On the 17th of June 1994, O.J. Simpson, who was accused of killing his ex-wife and her boyfriend, was actually supposed to turn himself in, but it turns out to be different as the football player disappeared and fled. The drama escalated into a kidnap and a chase. The witnesses, 95 million viewers who were watching this live. Dozens of helicopters and police cars followed Simpson on a stretch of more than 90 miles. There were quite some bizarre scenes on the sidewalk during the chase. Car drivers stopped and fans waved to their idol. The chase finally ended in front of OJ's house, where he let himself be arrested. What do you think? Which one of these is the funniest and weirdest chases? Let us know in the comments section. Other than that, we've got a new channel, check it out here. It's called Newest News. We'll see you next time, as always, and take care. Bye!